Hi folks, Kevin Inkster here. I just want to share with you a few ideas on how to fit and how to use the new adapter for the contour sander. So the contour sander originally comes with a little hex nut and fits straight onto your angle grinder like so. And what we do is we take out that hex nut and replace it with this plastic flange and countersunk screw. Now the idea here is that if you have the problem of the sanding disc coming off, you can just punch this through and locate the sanding disc, and that just makes it stay on a lot longer. And you now can use sanding discs which have no adhesive as well. Now the new model of the sander, the early ones were red, the new model is now black. It's virtually the same, but they will come with the flange already in them. You'll get two in the pack, but we will also supply them as an aftermarket product, so because the nylon adapters can wear, although they do last a long time. So we will sell them in little packs like so, with about 4 or 5 in them. It'll come with an Allen key for you to use them. But I'll just show you now how to actually fit it to your angle grinder. Now to remove the pad, you simply grip the aluminium piece here and unscrew it. It should be just hand tightness, but if it is too tight, then just use a pair of pliers or a spanner to hold the aluminium component, and then just unthread it like so. Comes off quite easily. Now then you remove the screw from the center, the hex head screw or bolt. So I take the hex head bolt out and I simply replace it with the flange and the screw. Now just a little tip that I should give you. The flange and the screw will come in a pack like so, with a little Allen key which you can use to tighten, etc. But I've actually found it works really well if I get a bit of super glue and glue them together. Literally takes a few seconds. Oop. So put that in and just super glue that in, and you'll find that you never have to use the Allen key at all, because it'll always twist and locate itself very well. So here we have it here. I put it in like so, and now if I just put it onto the angle grinder or onto the shaft, it'll thread straight on. Now you can use the flange with the adhesive backed sanding discs, or you can use it without adhesive backed sanding discs. So first of all, I'll show you just with a normal adhesive disc. You simply place the adhesive disc straight over the top like so. Now I really do like these paper discs, and we have had people complain that they come off too fast, and I acknowledge that. We tried all kinds of different ways of attaching sanding discs, Velcro and other things, and they all had their problems, and the adhesive was the best, by far the best and most flexible. So it does do a very, very fine job, but once it gets very hot, the adhesive can give way. So now it's just beautiful for doing the sanding. So you see, even with the flange, you can just stick the adhesive on over the top. If you do have problems with the sanding disc coming off, it's usually because you've got sort of residue adhesive or wood dust on the pad, and you can remove that very, very quickly by just running the disc without the pad onto something soft like rubber, and that will rub the residue off. So that's a quick way to clean it. But if you're still having problems, you can simply undo the pad, push the screw out, push the screw out. So now I'll put the adhesive pad the adhesive disc straight onto the pad like so, and then I just push the screw through the center. Now the flange now locates the disc, and it won't come off. Now the difference is that the flange does get a little bit in the way, so that's not really good when you're doing external sanding, but when you're doing internal sanding, it doesn't seem to get in the way at all. And if you're always aware of that and just put it on a slight angle, you'll find that it flexes nicely and you can get right into corners. Now you'll find that the sanding disc now lasts about 5 times longer than the adhesive disc just stuck onto the rubber. However, after a while, especially if you're doing a lot of severe flexing, you might find that it starts to give away at the edges and starts to crease the paper. Now, we've found with the cloth back discs, which I'll just show you in a moment, if I take this off, the cloth back discs have no adhesive on them. So here's the samples of the cloth back discs. They have a 6mm hole in them. Now you can make your own discs. You can punch them out using a piece of 2-inch water pipe. You need to grind it nice and sharp, punch them out on a block of wood. And in the center, if you get a pocket knife or something and just cut a little cross, then the flange will go through that. So, but with the ones which we supply, these will come as an accessory. We will be including them with the contour sander in future packs as well. So these discs last a long time. This is 120 grit, this one. It's got a 6mm hole in the center. You put the flange in through the paper like so. Put the disc back on. And just hand tighten. There's no need to over tighten this. You'll feel when it reaches the bottom of the flange. There it is. So it's nice and tight. You'll find that this sanding disc will last almost indefinitely. I've been using this quite extensively over the last few days and I haven't worn out any of these discs. So here we go. So that's the flange. You can see I can use it to either hold on sanding discs with no adhesive on them, or I can use the adhesive discs over the top or through the flange. Either way, it seems to solve all of the problems. So hope you enjoy using it. Thank you very much.